Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video, we'll be taking a look at the news which will be affecting our market this week, as this week is going to be a very important one, and I'll explain along the video why I believe so. After which we'll take a look at three stocks, which is Hindustan Unilever, Bajaj Housing Finance and Reliance Industries. All three have the results coming out this week. I'll take a look at them for technical perspective, as what can you do once the results come out and before the results come out. So before we do that, let's take a quick look at the news. Now this week is going to be a big one because number one, the American Deputy President J.D. Vance is coming to India. So that is a very big positive for the markets, as it sort of signals a shift. And naturally, if he's coming amongst all these tariff problems going on in the world, this is going to be something which is mainly focused heavily on trade. And that's a positive, and the market will look at it as that. So that's a very important piece of information. Apart from that, also we have the PMIs coming out from India, US, UK, Japan. So another important thing. And then we have the US Beige Book report coming, which will be something everyone will pay attention to a lot. And it's always very important to see what the Beige Book indicates for the future of rates and everything. So that is why I classify this as a very important trading week. This is the news cycle on the local and global front will be pulling the market one way, and then the results which will be coming out will also be pulling the market in another way. So in a sense, the results coming out this week will not be that important like they are usually. Like if you think about the last result season, they were making things very easy to trade, as literally those weeks the results were the only thing that were the key focus. But this week we have a very active data side of PMIs and all Beige Book, and then we have also very active news side. So that's going to make trading a good push and pull, which should be good for especially day traders, not that good for positional traders in my point of view. Now that is it on the news front. We'll take a look at Reliance, after which we'll go to Bajaj Housing Finance, and we'll go to Hindustan Unilever last. Now coming to Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industries, you can go to the prior video I did on it, I think 1 week back or 2 weeks back roughly, about 1.5 weeks back to be exact. Now in that video I shared a key resistance level at 1280, and when I had covered it, Reliance was roughly at this point, and you can see it has had a good move until and hit the target of 1280 clean. Now I've chosen to cover it again, and number one, it has its results coming out this week. Then it has it's going to be in the backdrop of a very active week in the Indian markets. So all that will cause an effect on the stock. So now what is my trading plan? Now my trading plan on Reliance is pretty simple. As long as it's between 1280 and 1220, this again has come a no man's land. It's when I covered here, I said if it breaks this high, it's a long to 1280. Now again, it's reached another inflection point. So if it breaks 1280, it's a long to 1340 and 1365. But as long as it is within this zone, this is only a day trader zone. It's not even a positional option seller zone. Why I say that is, positional option seller, at one point these sides are going to break, and when it breaks, it's going to break pretty vigorously. Thus at that time, you do not want to be holding one side of the leg. That will end up causing you a bit of an issue. So my view, if you're an equity trader, wait for it to break this and you can go to the next leg. If you had bought it when it was here, when I had covered last time, then here put a tight profit stop on, let's say 50% of your position, and then let it, if it breaks it, let the full position ride. But if it fails, then you can end up walking away with at least 50% of your profits minimum. So that is how I'm looking at equity. Option selling, wait for it to either break here or wait for it to break here. If it breaks here, then go and sell puts even below 1280. You don't even have to go and sell below 1220, as that price opportunity will be pretty simple, as it will end up going towards here. So those puts, as we are not that far from the monthly expiry, will end up giving a good gain in my point of view. Calls, only if it breaks 1220, then you can be a call seller. But right now, Reliance is leaning more towards the upside than to the downside. So look more for long trades in it rather than short trades, unless there's a sudden change in the global news cycle. Right now, this is looking like a a higher probability long than a short. Next, I'm taking a look at Bajaj Housing Finance. Now, Bajaj Housing Finance also its results coming out, and it is at an inflection point too. This is between 122 and 132. This is a stock you shouldn't bother with. However, if it breaks 132, then it's a long to 140 and high likelihood to 146. On the other hand, it breaks 122, then it'll be going down to 115 and sort of again forming a big box range, because if you look at it, 132 to 115 is technically a big box range, and then this is sort of a small box range. So my trading plan for it is pretty simple. If it breaks 132 long, as long as within this zone, nothing, I'm going to do with Bajaj Housing Finance. That's how I'm taking a look at it. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but this I think is a stock that if it breaks this can give a very good quick profit. I'm not looking at anything that you buy today and then you hold it for the next 3 to 6 months. I don't think this market is right now ripe for this. This is when I look at the indices, sectoral indices, everything is set for dead cat bounce. So basically it might go up for the next 2 weeks, let's say. And then after which we will again get into trouble. So that's how I'm looking at the playbook, which is a bit different than what others are looking at, because I have seen a lot of people are very bullish on the whole market as a whole. But I think this is a dead cat bounce. So trade the dead cat bounce, get along. Once the dead cat bounce ends, take your profits and walk out. That's why I'm saying target is this and this. Once it reaches this, if I'm in it, I'm going to exit and take my money. So that's my trading plan for Bajaj Housing Finance. Next, we'll take a look at Hindustan Unilever. Now, Hindustan Unilever is basically, it's not, these are not, usually the box ranges the quant levels, but here I have not done quant levels because it's a very tight box range and I've used a simple price action to determine it. Now, between 2340 and 2405, it's completely no man's land. But the minute it breaks 2405, high likelihood it goes to 2490 and 2550. On the other hand, if it breaks 2340, it goes to 2290 and 2245. So Hindustan Unilever is not something you should touch also right now, but watch it closely this week because it has the results coming out and everything. And if this breaks either of this side, you're going to get a very good move. If it breaks the low, it's going to give a very good drop. If it breaks the high, it's going to give a good rise. So it's something that you can make a lot of money. And I think it has to be watched literally constantly, let's say on the hourly time frame and above, as it will give you a very good trade if you end up using these levels as I'm showing them. But now, is it an equity or is it an FNO trade more? I think this is more of an FNO trade. So if it breaks either end, option buyers I will make good money with it because I said it's going to give a trending move all of a sudden. So option buyers will make good money. Option sellers will also naturally make money. So let's say if it breaks 2405 and you go sell P's below 2340, those are all going to expire to zero. So that's how I'm looking at it. But as long as it is within this range, do not touch it. Wait for it to break out the range. Then you can take the trade in the direction which is necessary. Now stocks. Now when I look at the overall market is poised at a point that there's a lot of positive news coming in. And that is why I'm looking at it that a dead cat bounce can come. And due to that, the guys who like to short, be a bit cautious as if you look at the stocks overall, it's sort of looking like 80% are going long via dead cat bounce and 20% will go short in things. So be careful on that point of view. And unless there's a bad news which comes out, this position should stay this week like this. So that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Thank you.